Hey everybody, Dave Scott, Civic Center TV, My Michigan TV, Brooke Allen, Caffeinated Conversation.
Hey, good afternoon.
Jason Waldron from Time Warp.
Good afternoon.
A collection of broadcast outlets, streaming outlets, media outlets, all together, all in Ohio. I can't believe we had to go to Ohio for this. All in Ohio for the Eclipse. It is Eclipse Day, and we are here. We're at the Marysville, Michigan airport. We want to thank everybody here in Marysville. Good afternoon. My name is Dave Scott, Brooke Allen, Jason Waldron, and we are here. We've been here since early this morning to bring you this momentous event. You can see or you will shortly, that we have our sun cam, and the Eclipse is already beginning to kick in. And Brooke, you need an awful lot of glasses. You need your sunglasses, you need your reading glasses, you need your Eclipse glasses. What?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a good look
It's
for
a
you.
good look. Do you love it? I love it. Although I can't see a thing out of these, so it's pretty interesting how dark. I mean, it's really dark.
But all you need to do is turn your head right behind. We're in a perfect spot here. Brooke can turn around, put her glasses on, and see what's actually going on. And Jason, even 10 or 15 minutes before we went on the air, evidence of the eclipse already showing up here in Ohio. We could see that little chunk of the sun taken out by the moon already.
Yes, we can. It's starting to work. It's starting to come through.
It is starting
It
to
is.
work.
It's
So
starting to-
more of this amazing commentary coming to you through the next hour. We have done no preparation at all, Brooke. Is that typical?
That is very typical of us. But you know what? It is amazing already when I put the glasses on.
So go ahead, do that. Tell us what you see. Now, I know we've got the sun on our camera here. It's not really the same. We've done the best we can with our 25-year-old JVC camera. But what are you seeing?
Well, you know, honestly, I'm seeing like it looks like the moon, but it's bright orange. So obviously.
So the sun looks more like the moon.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, and you see that chunk taken out of the sun by the moon already?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
And about how much you think is gone?
I'm really bad at math, but I'm going to say like a quarter.
She flunked out of geometry, Jason.
30%.
Okay, Jason, the official moon measuring sun dude, says 30%. So I'm Dave Scott, Brooke Allen, Jason Waldron, of course, here, and we are in Ohio. We are in Marysville, Ohio. But maybe, Brooke, over to you. The biggest story is back in Michigan right now because what do they call this? The area of totality?
Yes.
What's the name? Is that the word?
Totality?
Yeah, this whole
Yes.
this,
The path to totality.
is it the path of totality?
The path of totality.
Okay, the path of totality doesn't really hit us in Michigan, but it comes very close, and so close, in fact, we understand there are traffic jams right now by Luna Pier, Michigan.
Yeah, so I'm just seeing all the pictures on social media, but traffic looks like it is at a standstill, and a lot of people commenting, oh, I was going to head that way, but now I'm not. I'll just look out my window.
So not on I-75, though.
No, I couldn't actually tell where they were, but I mean, it is stopped.
All right, so people in Michigan, that's just one little corner of the state. They did say that Toledo, Ohio, is really the northern edge. Yeah. Now, we're going to see it, Jason, a little bit better here because we came all the way down here to Marysville, which is dangerously close to Columbus, Ohio. But we came down here. I don't think they know we're from Michigan, by the way, Brooke. But we came down here because we want to have the longest opportunity for it to be dark. Tell us what we're expecting.
Correct. We're expecting at least a full 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes of darkness. And the temperature will drop by 10% or by 10 degrees. And we will get a full circle of Ring of Fire type.
Is this what the Johnny Cash song was about?
I don't know. Was it Jason?
You know what? I should have researched that. I'm not 100% sure, but I would tend to guess it would be.
All right. Well, this is a fun broadcast. We really didn't research much of anything. We do have an interesting story that, Brooke, you shared earlier with Jason on your show earlier today. We'll talk about the Albert Einstein connection to the eclipse here today. But no, we're just here. We're going to have fun. We'll have it for you. You can see the sun as it is depicted through our camera. It's a little blurry, but we did the best we could. And I think as we get really close to the eclipse, it'll prove more evident of where we are and what this really looks like. We're at an airport, and this has really been the perfect place. We've got wide open views of the skies. And Brooke, right here in Ohio at this time, the weather couldn't have worked out better, huh?
No, and so when we arrived this morning, it was 46 degrees. It is now 73 degrees. But we are expecting, like Jason Jason said, a 10-degree drop. And I remember in 2017, it did get cooler, even though that was not a total eclipse, at least I don't think.
All right, well, it is going to cool off. And when I ask her about the weather, all she cares about is the temperature because she's cold right now, and it's almost 80 in the sun, right?
Right.
But I do have my jacket over there. Do you got a jacket with you, Brooke?
I've got 2 jackets. They're over there.
All right, right, real close. So, by the way, I want to thank Joe Cook, my best flying buddy. We flew down here in my plane, and Joe was going to fly with us, but he wanted to get down here and experience it all earlier. And Joe is running the sun cam and keeping us all behind the scenes, keeping everything working. Thank you very much, Joe. We appreciate all of your efforts. Like I said, we're sitting right in front of runway 27 here at the Marysville Airport, and pretty big collection of people. They've got food trucks here. A lot of pilots have flown in. I heard some ham radio operators talking about ham radio stuff. I mean, it is a real collection of geeks here, Brooke.
It is indeed, and you are the main one.
No question about it. But I think, why do you think Brooke Allen, former WWJ anchor all across the country at many of the top media outlets, with your extensive broadcast and journalism experience, why would you say people are so fascinated with us?
Well, I think part of it is that it happens so seldom, right? I mean, you said you wanted to come here because it may be your only chance.
Yeah, because I'll be dead next time this happens.
I wasn't going to say that really, but yeah. But I mean, it's a once in a lifetime chance for some people. You know, I mean, I know that there's newborn babies in the NICU at Cleveland Clinic. I read this last night that were actually dressed up in solar eclipse onesies and had the little glasses on because they knew that they would not see the solar eclipse until I think they're 90. And those are newborn babies.
They put these glasses on little babies in the ward. Yeah, is that what happened?
No. So they look like these, but there's actually, for babies in the NICU, they actually have to have their eyes covered.
Oh, okay.
For protection. But
So
they
they-
do look very similar to these.
Well, you know, and we joke about that, but there is a lot of really odd phenomena they have. And I've been watching some of the national reports from various zoos and whatnot around the state of Michigan and around the country. And Jason, this is not something to joke about. I mean, the animals and others are really impacted.
Oh, absolutely. Mostly birds are impacted the most because when it gets dark, they start to land. They start to stop their flying process. So you will see a lot of birds coming down and landing and then taking off in confusion because it's only a 3-minute darkness versus what they're used to.
Well, we don't have any birds. We have Joe Cook's dog here who's already sleeping,
I know,
right?
Sadie. She's so sweet.
Sadie's over there. So I mean, there are a lot of animals, and there's a couple of birds up there. So we'll wait and see what happens. So it's going to be a lot of fun for those back in West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and Orchard Lake watching Civic Center TV. Thank you, by the way, for tuning in. And Tyler Keefe back there, when we talked to him earlier today, he said that there have been a lot of activities in the schools. That this is really also a great educational opportunity.
Oh, by far. You know, I mean, this goes beyond the whole styrofoam balls that you put on a solar system when you were a kid. I mean, this, you know what I'm talking.
No, I have no idea. Did you do the
I do know what she's talking about, where you create the universe using.
I mean, I painted my ceiling in my bedroom. Is that what you're talking about?
No, it was a science experiment.
Okay, no, I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
So,
about.
but I mean, you know, the kids don't do that anymore. I know the twins had no idea what I was talking about when I mentioned that to them.
Well, no, they got AI and they got these, printer things that
Yeah,
they can
3D
make. The
printers.
3D printers. Thank you for bailing me out on that. They don't. What do they want from a styrofoam ball with some paint on it?
No, it's it's heartwarming.
No, it is. It is. So we're going to take a break here in a minute, but basically what we're going to do, we're going to try to keep that camera on the sun, and Joe's doing a really good job of doing that. We appreciate that. It is going to get darker here. I don't think anyone has really noticed that it is getting darker, but it will get darker. We'll try to capture that. We've got our sun cam, which is pointed at the sun right now, and you kind of see there's a little chunk out of the lower right-hand corner, and our sun is a little bit out of focus, but you can kind of see, Jason, actually, we're looking at the video on your phone of our live stream. You can really see that chunk.
You absolutely can. The yellow.
Yeah.
You can see the chunk. Yes.
Okay. So we'll keep an eye on that, and you'll be able to see it get darker here before long. It'll be pitch black behind us. The eclipse will be happening. When I launched My Michigan TV and over all the years of Civic Center TV, I never imagined, Brooke, I'd be sitting here with you and Jason and doing a live broadcast from the airport on the Eclipse day. It's an absolute, it's almost the highlight of my broadcast career.
As it should be.
And with that, when you have nothing else to say, go to break, right? Thank you very much for watching on Civic Center TV, the Caffeinated Conversations shows, Brooke Allen and all of her streaming outlets all across the state of Michigan on My Michigan TV. We're all over YouTube. We're all over Facebook. We're even on Instagram. Jason,
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
All right, and when we come back, we'll be back with more of our live coverage from Marysville, Ohio. You are watching our coverage of Eclipse 2024. I'm Dave Scott, and we will be right back.
This is My Michigan TV.
Fresh views, markets, and even fresher ideas. In Ann Arbor, there's always a new recipe for an inspiring trip. But what's even more refreshing? Creating your own perfect portrait in a city that invites you to create anything, from uncommon artistic visions to doorways that unlock imagination. Because keeping it fresh is always welcome in pure Michigan.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. On your TV, on your phone, on the web. All Michigan streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV.
Don't miss out. Download the My Michigan TV mobile app to stay up to date with all our programming.
Dave Scott, Civic Center TV, My Michigan TV, Caffeinated Conversations, of course, Time Warp, and a million other brands. I want you to let you know, it took about 7 days and a couple of lawyers to negotiate how we were going to deal with the branding on this broadcast. But you can see the My Michigan TV breaks. You can see the Civic Center TV microphone right here. Well, what did you get for Caffeinated Conversation?
I'm wondering that right now.
Well, I mean,
You're
you're...
from my attorney.
Listen, Brooke is the brand, so she's right here. And same with you. So Brooke Allen over here to my left, the amazing, talented former WWJ anchor and now the hostess with the mostest of the best damn podcast and video show anywhere on the internet. Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen and Jason Waldron, who are friends in West Bloomfield and some around the state might not know. But Time Warp is an amazing shop. Tell people about it real quick. Quick plug.
Well, we are in St. Clair Shores, Michigan. We're 5,000 square feet of mid-century modern, vintage, all sorts of stuff. Plus, we have a TWL, which is Time Warp Live, which we've worked together before. And I enjoy it.
TWL. Make sure you write that 3-letter acronym. You might need that again sometime. So, hey, now, okay, so back to the story here. It is significant. I know you're the temperature girl, right?
I am.
It is significantly cooler now.
Yeah, but it's still saying 73 degrees, but the wind has definitely picked up, and we know this because my hair is starting to go all over the place.
Okay. Well, I can tell you it's cooler. I've got my sweatshirt over there. Let's all go put our glasses on. And I know this doesn't make for great TV for you guys, but
for us.
we're gonna kind of turn around and look up at the sun. And Brooke, I don't know about you, but the sun kind of looks to me like it's the moon.
Yeah, I totally...
Tell me what you're seeing.
Totally same thing. It looks like the moon.
And Jason?
A crescent moon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's kind of fun, though. I always thought it was kind of fun to look at the moon when you had a crescent moon and try to imagine and visualize what's really happening. The Earth is blocking it. And to me, it's kind of the same thing right now, Brooke, just visualizing, because you look at it through the glasses, it looks like the moon.
Right.
But then you think about it for a minute, you go, oh, that's not the moon, that's the moon in front of the sun. And then you visualize it. Once your mind gets in the right frame of mind, you can almost see it.
Yeah, no, definitely. But isn't it interesting that right now it just looks like the sun to us? I mean, without the glasses.
It looks like the moon.
Well,
Right now,
now it's the
well,
sun.
there's so much. Well, if you glanced, which don't do this at home,
Yeah.
but if you glanced at the sun, it's so bright you can't see any definition of the perimeter of the sun. And don't you think a scientist that that's the way it always is? The sun is so bright you can't really define, Jason, when we're at the perimeter of the sun.
Oh, no, not at all. With the plasma shooting out and everything, there's no way of just defining the exact sun circle.
Yeah, with the plasma shooting out. See, he is the intellectual scientist here. And seeing as that is the case, so we wait for this to continue to develop. And you can see now on our camera that is pointing at the sun that it almost looks like half of the sun is gone. It's a little bit more defined when you're not looking at a video camera, but it gives you kind of the idea. But speaking of science, what is the connection between the eclipse and the amazing Albert Einstein?
The theory of relativity. That is in phrase exactly what it is. In 1919, the theory of relativity through Einstein was only 4 years old and unproven at the time. So once the eclipse happened in 1919, they were able to measure the sunlight from the closest stars and saw that it bent around the mass, which then proved the space-time rip and proved the theory of gravity.
Do you have a formula for all that?
I do not.
Okay, no problem. Does it make sense?
It does make
It does
sense.
when he says it.
It does when he says
It really is.
But I'm not going to repeat it. You want to know the temperature?
Sure.
Still 73.
All right. Well, that's your phone. It's sitting there in the sun, too. It feels a little bit colder. Let me reset. Thank you for watching. If you're watching live on Civic Center TV in the greater West Bloomfield area and northern suburbs, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching on my Michigan TV across the entire state of Michigan, thank you very much. If you're watching on Brooke Allen's outlets, Caffeinated Conversation, streaming, which I see on Jason's phone right there, thank you. Or is that your live stream?
That's Caffeinated and mine. Both.
All right, okay. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of comments in there. Why don't you read some of them? Can you do that, or is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
One of the comments that I thought was interesting is that the sky will be coffee colored in a few minutes.
That is one of your viewers. Now, does that make you happy?
Yes, I'm very
All right.
happy now.
Anything else in there?
Thanks for the coverage. Came from Civic Center.
All right, good job.
And there's quite a bit. Just
read through some of them.
Just a lot of hashtags. Solar eclipse. Thank you for being there. Thank you for showing us the theory of relativity. Today was the day I knew that. So there's
good morning.
I know they keep coming. So
all right. Well, send if you're on Facebook. We're watching the Facebook Messenger right now. So if you're sending a post on Facebook, we'll see it and we'll read it. Dave Scott, Brooke Allen, Jason Waldron over here to my right, and the sun, who's the star of the show, really behind us. And this is Eclipse Day. We happen to be in Marysville, Ohio, and the reason we ventured so close to Ohio State University is because the period of totality here will be so much longer. This is a great spot. Channel 6 from Columbus is broadcasting right next to us. They watched our setup, and then they did the same thing. No, this is a good spot to be. We've got an airport right behind us, so I don't think they're allowing planes to fly in and out anymore. But, Brooke, I'm looking at it, and it's just starting to look a little bit darker.
It is. Yeah, I just noticed that just before you were saying, I was like, oh, it's starting to get a little bit darker now.
You know, I'm going to go back over to Jason for this one. And if anyone at home knows, send us a message on Facebook. But isn't there something funky about like the way shadows look during an eclipse?
You got me on that one. I'm not 100% sure. That part I did not research. So if somebody does know the answer of it, send it in and we'll read it on on live.
All right, if you know anything about the shadows during an eclipse, but I'm looking at it because see, here's what I mean. At the normal end of the day, right?
Right.
That's when you get the sun down by the horizon, and you end up with those really long shadows. Now the sun is high above us here, but I wonder what's going to happen with the shadows today.
So I think that they're going to actually move. As you stand still, the shadows will move around you.
Oh, okay. Have you noticed how much sexier we all look right now? This just something about this light. This is why I wanted to be here.
Exactly. I'm like, hey, maybe I can finally get a date. No.
Your mom's not watching, is she? Okay, good. So maybe you never know. Hang in there. But no, there's just something about like the tone of the eclipse right now. So somebody take a look. Let's see how far it looks that we are into this from our glasses. And time-wise, if you're not watching this live, it's 10 minutes to 3 o'clock. And by around 3 o'clock, in about 10 more minutes, it should be getting awful darn dark around here. We'll probably turn our light down. So is that about right?
Yeah, it seems the wind has slowed down too.
It seems like the wind just stopped.
Yeah.
Totally. It did.
It's like, right before a tornado comes blowing through, right?
Or an earthquake.
Okay, so... but really, eclipses are very special. We have the lunar eclipse, and that's not quite as big of a deal. But people still seem to really be fascinated by it. And this solar eclipse that is just covering so much of the United States, I think they said this one affects 30 million people.
Yeah, 30 million people. And it was funny, I was reading about the UK, and they were upset because they're not going to see it until August, I think, of 2026.
So they'll get theirs.
They'll get theirs eventually.
We're getting ours today.
Listen,
it's due. We've been really due for a long time, and any of us, especially that are getting a little bit older, certainly want an opportunity to take advantage of it. I don't know how you guys feel, but I was happy today to make time for this. How about you?
I was ecstatic. I was just thankful you guys included me in this. I thought it was great.
Well, it's pretty cool. Joe's got to re-aim the sun camera because the sun keeps moving here. He'll head over there and do that in a minute. It's kind of slipping off our screen. We'll fix that in just a moment. Any more comments?
We do. We have enjoying watching you. We have Renee and I are watching from our deck.
Nice.
We have you guys are doing great. We love the information. Thanks for the coverage again. And then another one. The world will look like a coffee cup for a few minutes.
Okay, well, I thought the world was going to be coffee colored. So where do you find these loyal fans of your show?
They're just out there, and I'm so grateful for that.
All right, I'm just trying
now
to...
if someone could bring me a coffee, I'd be even happier.
You've got a little bit. You got coffee in your cup. Maybe it's a couple hours old.
It is, but that's okay. I'll drink it.
All right, it is significantly cooling down. It is getting a little bit darker. We're about 10 minutes until I think it's going to be dark here. We are in Marysville, Ohio. We are watching the eclipse. You got the eclipse cam. You can definitely see, even on our somewhat blurry picture of the sun, you could definitely see that big chunk out of the sun. It is so cool. I am so happy that this is all working out the way it is. I'm Dave Scott, Civic Center TV, My Michigan TV, and of course we got Jason Waldron from Time Warp and Brooke Allen from Caffeinated Conversations and WWJ. Did you cover any eclipses during your illustrious radio broadcasting career anywhere?
You know what? So when I was with NPR, I did. That was 2017, and I stopped at the gas station to view it.
Let me try to impersonate what that might have been like, because the NPR guys aren't quite.
Yeah.
So we're here at the gas station, and intellectually, we feel that this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience with more in the story. Here is Brooke J. Allen.
Yeah, and then I'm like, where are my glasses? Oh my goodness, I forgot my glasses. I can't even look. And then, in all honesty, I actually was like, you know what? It's not gonna, if I look for 1 second, it's not gonna hurt. And I looked for 1 second, and I thought, oh, my eyes are burned out. I'm fine, obviously, but...
So, yeah, I get it. I was going to make some comments, but I'm just not going to. You do need to be careful, okay? I mean, I think we've all...
no joke with that.
No. We've all taken a little glance at the sun, but these things are for real. I'll tell you, if you're not sure whether it's a good idea or not, couple of tips for you. Jason, I am told we cannot feel pain in our eyes. Is that true?
That is true.
That is true. Do you believe that, Brooke?
I do believe that.
All right, so if you're burning your eyeballs out, you won't know. And that's why you don't want to look right at the sun. These glasses, I don't know how about you, what you felt, but I put these glasses on for the first time a couple of days ago, and you guys were really nice to get me a pair because I've been busy, haven't had time. And these things stink. They're broken. I can't see anything through them.
Exactly. It's pitch black. What is happening, right? Yeah, totally.
So they don't work unless you're like right at the sun. And then I went out and I bought a number 12 welder's glass for our camera. And that's what's on the front of the lens for the camera that you're looking at right now with the sun. And that thing, I bought it. I said, oh, this is broken. There's no way we're going to see anything through it. And you can't see anything through any of this stuff until you're looking right at the sun. I mean, that's how incredibly bright it is.
Yeah, it's dark. It's dark. So when you look at it through the glasses, it's so clear. The sun is so clear, but everything else is completely gone. It's
All
like
right.
looking black ink.
So you don't have to think this is some conspiracy theory or something that some doctor said that you have to do and that isn't some kind of BS you might be getting from the media. It's obvious. I mean, this thing, you can't see through it at all. Then the sun must be so bright. Just don't look at it, okay? But you will not hurt. I promise, people watching, you will not hurt your eyes at all by nonstop looking at the sun on Civic Center TV, Caffeinated Conversations, on My Michigan TV, and that won't hurt you at all, right?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay. Some of our other shows might hurt your eyes, but this one won't. Right?
Not this one, though,
No,
right?
no, not this
not
one.
this one.
So thank you very much for watching. What kind of reaction have you got or received, Brooke, from the other people as we've been here at the airport since 8 o'clock this morning?
Well, you know, people, we went to town, right? We went down uptown, which is downtown here in Marysville, and people are so excited. The kids actually have no school today.
Really?
Yeah, so they canceled school so they could all see it. And I know where my kids go to school in Berkeley, Michigan, they do have school, and their dismissal time is actually right at the moment of the totality.
Really?
Yeah, but
So the kids are going to get out of school and it's going to be dark?
it's going to be dark, and they have said, you know, listen, parents, when you're picking up, you have to be super careful. They told the kids you have to wear your glasses, which I'm a little concerned because if
that doesn't make sense.
it doesn't, right?
You know,
Well, I
don't
guess
think
we'll
so.
see.
Well, good luck for those communities that did that. I was looking at the sporting event schedules to see what's going on because, like in Cleveland, they're starting their baseball season. It's home opener in Cleveland today. But I'm pretty sure, I think I got that right. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm confident that they delayed the game until this evening to let all this happen because Cleveland's right in the dome of tranquility or whatever, right?
Or I hope they passed out glasses to everybody who walked in.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, because maybe they did some kind of an event there early. I don't know.
Oh, it could have been.
But I looked around at most of the sporting events and all the other major activities that happened in the middle of the afternoon were postponed. So let's go back and talk a little. And none of us are experts, so we're just talking,
Yeah,
you
can we
know.
disclose that we're not experts, please?
And we didn't do much research for this. It's enough that we're here, right? Don't you think? But what's the deal? I'll start with you, Brooke, because I know you love animals. What's the deal with the animal thing?
You know, honestly, I don't know. And my dog is always kind of weird anyway during the full moon. I know this is different, but he does react to certain weather events. And when the moon is full, he's a little bit crazy, and he's actually boarded right now, so I can't even imagine what he's doing.
So your dog is at one of those like doggy hotels?
Yes, he's at a doggy resort.
Can you imagine? For all the people out there that work at doggy resorts, they must be going wacko right now. Can you imagine like all the dogs going nuts at a doggy hotel?
Well, if it's anything like any other natural thing, they're going nuts. They're loud as can be. Although this one right here.
Yeah, there's no way we could get her. No, probably not. She's sleeping. No. But what do you think? I mean, just not anything based on any research or anything. Why do you think animals react in such an odd way to this phenomenon?
Just because it's different. It's nighttime in the middle of the day for a few minutes, and it's throwing off their patterns.
So do you think dogs know that it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, not 8 o'clock at night?
Depends on what kind of dog you have, I think.
All right. So regardless, we know that all the animals are very in touch with nature. We get that. And a lot of those cues that nature gives them, it's a direct cue for animals to take some kind of action. It's a natural way of things. So this has got to screw things up, right?
Oh, absolutely. Because if you see animals, they have more stronger senses. So if you see them react, you should react.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break. A lot of people are running around. Before we do, look at the sun on our screen right now. You can see that huge chunk right there. The ring that is around the outside, just artificial, solar flares or whatever coming on our camera. But Joe's just tuning the camera in. And before we go to break, Brooke, describe what you're seeing with the glasses on.
Well, you know what? It's like a sliver now, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, totally. Look at it.
All right. It's like a sliver. What do you see?
It's like it's like a sliver. It's bright orange, and it's like, yeah.
So do you think it's going to get dark?
I don't know if it'll get completely dark, because I think that we will still have leftovers from the sun around. But I think it's going to get pretty dark.
Will it be the ring of fire? Will it be total darkness? Will it be a lot of patience waiting for the sun to continue to get dark? Don't go away. We'll find out. Was that a good tease? That was a pretty good tease. We'll find out when we return. By the way, thanks to Jared in the studio and Tyler in the other studio and Calvin and the whole crew back at our studios making this happen. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back from Ohio and the solar eclipse. We'll be right back after this.
Don't miss out. Download the My Michigan TV mobile app to stay up to date with all of our programming. My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. On your TV, on your phone, on the web. All Michigan streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV.
You're watching My Michigan TV.
Civic Center TV, My Michigan TV, caffeinated conversations, Time Warp, and a bazillion other social media streams all over the place on this amazing eclipse day. So we've been talking about animals. We have an expert right now. It's Sadie. Hi, Sadie. Sadie, how are you? Hello. Sadie, do you think it's really weird? Do you feel weird right now? Anything unusual going on? What do you think, Brooke?
She's giving you the cold shoulder, man.
She is. Well, you know, that in and of itself is weird because Sadie loves me. Oh. She'd be jumping all over me and, having a lot of fun, right? Yeah. But not now because there's an eclipse and she's going, what the heck is going on?
But she's so awesome. She's just so calm, right? And she's just chilling. She's just chilling with me.
Thanks, Sadie. I know you got to get back to doing dog stuff. But here with every critical story during this amazing phenomena, back at home in Michigan, apparently it's a little darker. And Jason Waldron, what are you seeing from our messages coming in?
Well, I'm seeing just starting to get darker back in Detroit. I have my paper plate ready and another piece of paper and about to make the punches to look through.
Okay, so that's the thing where you take the plate, you make the hole, and then you don't look at the sun. You look at the other direction and see the reflection coming through the hole. It's amazing how that works. When you do that, you can actually see the sun and the moon kind of carving out that special area, huh?
Yeah, I did that when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it was cool. We have other ones. We have we got the Eclipse playing on Google, Pink Floyd. We've got Almost Total here in Milford. Love the themed shirts.
Oh, yeah, these are really, Brooke, where did you get the shirts?
Amazon.
You didn't get one for me?
I got you something else special.
Okay, we'll find out after the show. Looking forward to that. It is getting cool. What?
It's getting chilly.
It's getting cooler, and it's getting significantly darker now. We can really see that it is actually going to get dark. I think the shadows are weird. It just is weird. You know why? I think the weird thing about the shadows, Jason, is that we're not used to seeing shadows that are shorter when it is very near darkness, because if it was at the end of the day, they'd be long shadows coming off the horizon.
They would, and they'll probably be long once it starts to pass through.
Yeah, I really don't know, but it's kind of an eerie feel. And look, you can see the sun on our sun cam, but
Kind of like yellow.
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't know. It's like a yellow haze almost. I mean, like even the shadows on the ground look different.
Didn't Jimi Hendrix do a song? Oh, no, that was Purple Haze. That was a different. That was Purple
Different haze, man. Different
That's a totally different thing. But you can see behind us here. You could see the airport. I could see the television crew from ABC6 here in Columbus. They're out of our shot, but I can tell by looking at them. Their TV lights have them really brightly illuminated. We couldn't see those lights earlier, so definitely getting darker.
Well, and even our light seems a little bit different, brighter or something.
It's pretty bright. So we are in Marysville, Ohio. Marysville is just slightly north and to the west of Columbus. We're really not that far from Ohio State University. We're right in the center of the
Totality.
Yeah, thank you very much. The area, the zone of totality, and we should have 3 to 4 minutes of like total darkness, right?
Yeah. So okay. So we're getting close. What are we going to do? Can we all look at it, or what are we doing?
Well, I assume, I mean, that kind of gets to, I don't know what the experts say. I'll go to Jason, but I don't want to give anybody any bad advice. So I would say don't look at the sun even during the totality when it's totally dark, because you still have all that radiation that it's not going to get totally covered, right?
Right. I've heard both. So to be safe, I would just not do it. Look through your...
Hey, you got the glasses. I mean, how much? Where do these things? Everyone has these. It's not like they were hard to get, right?
No, they were eventually hard to get.
Were they?
Yeah, people were having a hard time finding them because it was like, hey, wait a minute, I need those special glasses or a paper plate.
Well, use whatever you need to use to be safe. But back in Michigan, it is getting darker. Any other messages you want to read?
I think everybody is actually starting to go outside to look.
Okay, so they're done watching us and they're outside watching what's going on. Hopefully you're enjoying this experience on all of our streaming channels, on My Michigan TV, on Civic Center TV. If you can't get outside, you at least are able to enjoy this experience with the three of us, and we're thankful that you took time to do it. It's definitely getting darker here, I can tell, very rapidly. But in addition, you have a window into the world of being right. I mean, we are almost dead center, right on track. And I'm looking back now. I glanced toward the sun, and it still looks like it's the full sun when you just glance at it a little bit.
Glance at it, but
yeah,
now...
you're not supposed to. Put the glasses on. Tell us what you see.
Oh, now it's still a sliver, but it's very little now.
A little sliver. And our picture doesn't really tell the whole story, because you could see the moon coming over the sun, but there's so much of that extra stuff. That's a technical term, right? Stuff. All that extra stuff that is kind of spilling off the sun.
So my mom just texted me and said, what's happening there? It's starting to look weird here. And she's in Romeo, Michigan.
Romeo, Michigan. Well, Mom, it's pretty weird here, too. So
Indeed.
It's getting darker and darker. And now here, I'll tell you what this looks like. Looking off, I wish I had the camera pointed out here, but we can't do it now. But looking out toward the horizon, this looks like that movie Tornado. Remember that Tornado movie?
Yes.
The Twister. It was called Twister?
Yeah, Twister.
And when they were were shooting that movie, they couldn't get a single storm or rain at all. And so when you look off in the distance, it's darker. There's no clouds out there, but it looks very cloudy and ominous as it's just getting dark.
It looks like there's going to be a thunderstorm.
It looks like there's, because why else would it be dark like this time of day? Right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's 3:09.
3:09, and it's really looking very amazing. There's just a sliver of light. You can begin to see how much darker it's getting. Maybe Joe can come over here and turn our TV light down just a little bit, and you get a little bit better feel, because it's getting awful bright here with our television lights here on our set. Joe? Okay. Can you turn the TV light down just a little bit, please? We want to just kind of give you the essence. I think what we're going to do, Jared, if it's okay, why don't you just turn that way, way, way down? Because I want people to see behind us what this thing really looks like, and we'll see how much of it we can really see. Just take that down even more. Take it down even more. There we go. All the way off. Wow. Okay. So now you can't see us. But the camera artificially increases the amount of light that is behind us. And it's getting very dark. It's kind of almost like a little bit of a red hue way off in the background. And again, what you're seeing on your TV right now and in our camera shot is artificially brighter than it is. Brooke, what's your reaction?
Well, it's almost completely covered.
Yeah. And one of the things that we can see, Joe, I don't know if you can get this. Joe's shooting some still pictures, but it's gone. Now, Joe, is there any way you can, Joe, can you line the camera up? Because you line the camera up on TV? Because we're right in the moment now. We are looking up. We'll get this on camera for you as quickly as we can. But the moon is totally covering the sun, and we just see that little bit around the perimeter, around the outside. We're going to try to get that in our view for you here in just a minute. Very difficult to line all that. You might need to turn the ND filter off, Joe, and see if you can even see it. It may be too dark to even see with that camera, but I don't know that we're going to be able to capture that without. Joe, you could just take just take that protector off the front of the lens real quick, and then don't leave it up there afterwards. We'll try to get a shot of this for you real quick. We got just another moment or two, and see if we can actually get a glimpse. If we take the ND filter all the way out, Joe, and then zoom all the way out and see if you can see that at all. We'll try to capture that for you. There it is. So get that. You're going to get that. There you go. Okay, good. Just lock that shot up right there. That was worth the effort to get that. Okay, Jared, you can line that up. So that is exactly what we are seeing here. This, Brooke, yes. That's like the grand finale of the fireworks show. Talk about it.
Well, yeah, and people here, it's so amazing. It is just like a fireworks show. Everyone is like oohing and eyeing, and it is spectacular.
Okay, get ready, Joe, to move that camera. I know you need to take a couple of shots, but that will destroy our video camera if we leave that there when that comes out. It was, Jason, it was amazing. It just wasn't, it was the sun, and then boom, all of a sudden we got that.
Now the ring, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. You almost just don't want to look away from it.
Well, you could see the ring on our view on our stream, and that's exactly the way it looks here and in person. It's a little bit of a pink view, and Joe's going to keep lining that up, and then he'll get the camera totally off that as soon as the sun comes back up. We've got the camera zoomed in so far to get you that shot that it's a little rickety, but I think it's worth taking the time. And Joe, I'd stay right there at the camera so you can flip that barn door back down as soon as on that lens. So we're beginning to see the stars. It appears that it's getting brighter again down by the horizon. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's just amazing. It looks like, in the runway lights, it looks like Christmas, right?
Yeah, well, we are at an airport, and all the airport lights came on. You can't quite see it.
They weren't on yet. Now it looks like evening.
Well, it's all been worth it.
Oh, absolutely. It's breathtaking. You can almost see the little corner starting to peek through.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, Joe, you're going to have to turn there you go. So put the lens protector on real quick. Put that down. There we go. We're going to lose our shot back there in a second, and we'll aim things up. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Dave Scott, along with Brooke Allen and Jason Waldron. And, wow, that was an amazing moment. Back in a moment right here.
Don't miss out. Download the My Michigan TV mobile app to stay up to date with all of our programming.
Okay, let's go. Back it up.
Beyond our 26 miles of sandy beaches is a world waiting to be discovered, savored, experienced up close. From the lighthouse to the tap house, the shoreline to the zip line, from fishing fresh waters to hitting freshly cut greens. One day in Muskegon just isn't enough. On any day, all 4 seasons, you can do it all. Right here in Muskegon.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. On your TV, on your phone, on the web. All Michigan streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV. Don't miss out. Download the My Michigan TV mobile app to stay up to date with all of our programming.
Thank you very much, Dave Scott, Civic Center TV, My Michigan TV, caffeinated conversations with Brooke Allen, Time Warp with Jason Waldron, and all kinds of other streaming outlets here today. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being here. For I'm almost speechless. And Brooke, I got to keep my glasses here. It's getting bright again so quickly. Not too many things that leave me speechless. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it is. You're almost like, what was that? I mean, I'm speechless. It's almost making me cry, honestly, because it was so amazing.
Can you imagine for a moment being a caveman and not knowing anything about technology? And there you are, you're doing your caveman stuff, right? And then all of a sudden, unbeknownst to you, without any warning, that happens. You would think like God is landing a spaceship on your planet.
Or the world's ending.
Right, one of the two.
Yeah, it would be shocking. Running into the cave and staying.
That was that was beautiful.
That was beautiful. It was, like Brooke said, it almost makes you brings you to tears because it's so awe-inspiring to see. It almost makes us look so insignificant to such power like that.
Well, anytime you talk about space or you talk about the sun or anything interplanetary, it always helps with perspective.
Yes, it does.
And there's no question about it. But other than that, we were looking at just pure beauty.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. And there's no words. I'm sorry. I just can't. Because it was beyond amazing.
Well, thank you for that great journalistic commentary there. I have no words to describe anything that just happened. No, but seriously, here's what happened. We were all just sitting here, and then all of a sudden, boom, it happened. And then we had the total eclipse, and we had the ring with that very white light from the sun. And I think one of the things that you'll see in our video, our video is distorted color-wise a little bit, but if you were here, maybe in some of the other videos, you'll notice is that the color of the light from the moon and the sun is very different. This is very white. So when the moon is down by the horizon or it's a cloudy day, it looks very yellow. But I think what was so spectacular about today and the conditions today, Brooke, is that the Ring of Fire was brilliant, but that very white light.
Yeah. It was pure white.
Right.
I mean, we see the white moon, right? But that was pure white. Like crystal. I don't even know. Again, no words.
Speechless. Thank you very much. Jason, you and I are going to have to cover the rest of the show here. What's What's this? What's that?
So, a little pop culture here is in the Little Shop of Horrors, Audrey 2 here appeared during the total eclipse, and the story was told. So I had to bring her because she appeared during the total eclipse.
Okay, cool.
One, right?
I'll be playing some Pink Floyd music later. You know, we all are taking advantage of our little eclipse moments here. But really, all of them, and I'm sure you've been watching this on television. All of this it just can't equal what we experience here in person. But at the same time, I'm grateful that we were able to bring this to you and that you were able to watch and join us for it.
Yeah, and originally when you first mentioned this, I was like, well, we can stay and just see what we see, right? But being here and experiencing the difference and the stillness and everything has really, it's the perspective and the beauty that we just witnessed.
Absolutely, and I think part of seeing it in its totality, that is what made it really special.
Oh, it absolutely made it really special. I feel like things started to pick up.
Warming up.
Weird. Yeah, it special. Special isn't even the right word.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Our producer says we need to go to break. So we're going to do that. We'll be back live in Marysville, Ohio. We just saw the clips. We saw the Ring of Fire. It was absolutely amazing. We'll have all this archived across all of our social media outlets. And of course, we'll replay this over on My Michigan TV and Civic Center TV. We're ready to go to break, and we'll be back. Dave Scott back with you in just a moment.
This is My Michigan TV.
Fresh views, markets, and even fresher ideas. In Ann Arbor, there's always a new recipe for an inspiring trip. But what's even more refreshing? Creating your own perfect portrait in a city that invites you to create anything, from uncommon artistic visions to doorways that unlock imagination. Because keeping it fresh is always welcome in pure Michigan.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. On your TV, on your phone, on the web. All Michigan streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV.
Don't miss out. Download the My Michigan TV mobile app to stay up to date with all our programming.
All right, welcome back. Dave Scott, Civic Center TV with the glasses. I'm going to take one more look now. So there's still a lot of eclipse going on here, as you can see on TV, and I'm seeing, looking up. It's kind of like that crescent moon look right now. Make sure you keep using your glasses if you are watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage so far today. Brooke Allen to my left, Jason Waldron to my right, and I'm Dave Scott. Thank you for tuning in on all these various outlets today. And very rarely do I see a journalist like Brooke Allen left speechless. You've had a moment or two to compose yourself now. Do you have any other thoughts about especially the full eclipse and the incredibly beautiful and bright Ring of Fire?
Yeah, and I really hope that I'm just going to be personal here for a minute. I really hope my kids were able to see that, because that was phenomenal. And I want them to have witnessed what we witnessed here, because it was amazing.
Jason, your thoughts?
Oh, breathtaking. And you know what? I wish I could see your kids do it too, Brooke, because I know they would have loved it. They would loved it. Yeah.
So, and we also are very interested in the commentary we're getting from you watching. So let's go back and review some of what people had to say.
Well, we got some new ones too. We've got thanks for showing us this amazing experience. We have
Who was that from? You
that's
know?
from Debbie Pledzik.
Okay, thanks, Debbie. We appreciate it.
And then a company, Morbid Moments, says watching from home. Thank you very much. We have another one that says wouldn't have been able to watch it if it wasn't for you.
Oh, who is that?
Shelley.
Thanks, Shelley. We appreciate it. Anybody else in there?
And then of course you got Patricia Kelly, who just starting to get light again. Almost done here in Milford. Love the themed shirts again.
People love it. I'm gonna get one of these afterwards and wear that around. So the other TV, they've got all kinds of toys they're playing with over there at Channel 6. We didn't, here in Columbus, we didn't get the toys, but this whole experience has been so joyous and so much fun being here all day. I don't think we're going to stay in the air much longer because I think we've said it all. We've shown you the eclipse. You see the eclipse coming to an end here where we are in northern Ohio. There's still a fair amount of it left. You can still kind of see that we're not back to 100% brightness. It cooled off a little bit, but I never got cold. Did you?
No, and you know what? I kept checking the temperature and it never changed, which was interesting because the wind definitely picked up.
Yeah, the wind picked up and it cooled off, and I think the tones, and I think you got a chance to see the tones and colors of the sky, and especially the full eclipse itself had to be the star of the show today.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
We're all kind of left speechless, so I think it's probably time to say goodbye. So I'll let each of my colleagues here wrap it up, and I'll share a few words with you. Jason, your thoughts?
It was just like Brooke said, it's words escape me on the beauty of it, but I am just more than thankful that I was a part of this and that I was able to come down here. And he's a great flyer, by the way.
He's talking about my piloting skills. We'll talk about that another day.
Well,
Brooke?
Interesting.
Plane goes
It's
by.
been quiet.
Well, I think they closed the airport during the eclipse.
Yeah, so they closed the airport. So it's interesting how it was a moment, and now things are lighting up. The planes are taking off again, and like everything's going back to normal. But if you saw it, it'll stay with you.
If you saw it, it will stay with you. And, and I'm just going to build off that. I agree with Brooke. I think today, on its own level, not to, over-exaggerate everything, which we can all do, but it's a little bit, changed me a little bit today. That was everything that we are blessed with in its greatest beauty. I don't know any other way to say that. That was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, something I probably will never have a chance to see again, and it left me impacted. And I don't know about you guys, but when you see something like that, it just makes you feel better. All those little things that were bothering me when I was setting up the equipment today, I'm not worried about them anymore.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
So thank you so much for watching. We did this for our own pleasure, I'll admit, but it brings us so much great happiness when we can share that with you and you can get some enjoyment out of it. I want to thank a bunch of people. First of all, the whole crew at Civic Center TV in West Bloomfield. If you're not familiar with them because you're from some other region of the country or the state of Michigan, check them out, civiccentertv.com. We had the pleasure of being able to work in that operation. Tyler Keefe, who's there right now at Master Control, thank you so much. And we will all tune in tomorrow morning at 8:30 when you come back and do your coverage and your daily morning show called The Splash on Civic Center TV to tune in and hear your thoughts and your feedback about this amazing day. Thank you to Brooke Allen and the whole Caffeinated Conversations crew. Good job covering this.
Thanks.
A lot of fun. Check out her show. You can find it on Facebook and YouTube and all the other social media outlets. She's done 23 episodes. You should check it out. Really amazing show. And Jason Waldron from Time Warp. And what was the 3-letter acronym for your?
TWL.
TWL, which is Time Warp Love?
Live.
Okay. Time Warp Life. You can watch that on the And thank you for everything. You worked so
thank
hard.
you.
Great job with social media today.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much to Jared back at the studio, the amazing Jared, and Christine.
Christina, she's been hanging out all day trying
Nice.
to make sure things stand.
Nice job, Tinkerbell. And Christina, that's my nickname for her. And Christina, the producers of all these shows here. Good job. And over on the Civic Center TV side, again, thank you to Tyler. And I don't know who's at Master Control there, if it's Calvin or whoever, but thank you guys. So I know a lot of thank yous, but an awful lot went into making this happen. One final thank you. Thank you to Joe Cook and the whole crew here. The whole family came here, and we wouldn't even have found this airport had it not been for the good graces of Joe Cook. So, yes.
And we do need to thank Karen, who actually facilitated this everything.
Karen from the Marysville Chamber of Commerce, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, yes, thank you. And one other, the airport here that gave us all the space and made everything just happen. So that's about it. I can't wait to get home and watch this over and over and over again and just see this amazing event on TV. I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks to all of our partners who allowed us to bring all of you together for this very unusual broadcast. That's it. Anything else?
That's it. No, be safe out there. And if you're stuck in traffic, you can listen to it. Right?
Yeah. If you can, well, don't drive and tune into our shows in the car. Anything else?
I'm happy we're not driving and we're flying.
All right, we'll be flying home. Thank you very much. We'll see you sometime soon, right here in all these places. Jason, Brooke, Dave Scott. Sometimes getting out hard. Did a good job of the whole show. See you later. Thanks. Bye-bye. Bye. Thanks.